Last night's feature winner in the 47 car from 5, and Kate Warren, car 42 from 6. Neil Carey in the 32 from 7, and Clayton Phillips, car 14, will start from grid 8. Craig Cox from grid 9 and car 5C, and from grid 10, 92, Shane Cornelius. Then we've got Brendan Hopkins in the 94 from 11. The back row will be the 44 of Shane Tonkin and 25 of Sophie Cribb. Of course, these modified sprints, boy, they are like little pocket rockets, these things. They just scream like a sack full of cats, and very, very even. It's all about momentum in this class.
Well, the guy to watch out for will be the 8C of Liam Astle, really racing very well later in the season. He's just a rookie this year, but already won the Modified Sprint Clay Cup this year. And last night he had his foot up it so hard he rode a couple of wheels and did a wee bit of damage. But they got that all sorted out today. Let's see how he goes against one of Springston's own flyers, Courtney Jones, off the front.
Yeah, here we go. They just amble their way around to the start-finish line. The pace setter, they determine how fast they want to go. They know what their car's like on the get-go. And it will be Courtney Jones in that Springston Hotel number 11 car. She's going to lead them down the back chute. A few problems for Kate Warren in the 42 machine. That car just absolutely failing to respond to any sort of throttle. And we're going to bring out the yellow. Don't see a lot of Kate racing these days, but when she does, boy, she's certainly right in the thick of the action.
Yeah, that car coming to a very slow halt. It was sort of firing, then it wasn't. It's almost like the fuel tap's off, to be honest, but look at that. She's up and running again, so maybe just the fuel tap, or maybe she overloaded the carburetor, who knows. But 42C, Kate Warren, we see her, as AJ just pointed out, infrequently, but she's one of the fastest drivers around Ruapuna.
Yeah, and she just does not miss anything. When she's not racing, she just comes back and she's immediately right there at the front of the pack. One of the older cars in the field too. That car's got a bit of history. Okay, let's see how we get on this time. Yellow light is not flashing. That means we are in the starter's hands. What a pedestrian start that was last time. I reckon I could have outrun them, but that wouldn't have lasted for long. Here we go, ambling up to that white chalk line. Green flag flies. Modified Sprint's first race of the evening. And once again, it will be Courtney Jones who leads them away. Liam Astle in second. Job Quintock sitting there in that third spot. Quite a renowned rally car racer, doing it in the dirt here at Ruapuna. And sitting there in fourth spot in the 34 car is Boothie, Brett Booth. He's snaffled the third spot off Quintock. Kate Warren retires the 42 car to the infield, so those issues a little bit more than what could be ironed out in one lap. Astle got right up on the tail of Courtney Jones as they went past the Stadium Finance Hospitality area down there in the We Buy Cars Town Bend. Two front runners got a decent sort of break on them. Harry McIntyre in the 47. He's made some moves up through the traffic, sitting there in fourth spot now, shuffling Quintock back. Quintock's now got the fearless Clayton Phillips in that 14 car, hovering very, very close to him. And Coxey also starting to make some moves. Laps count down very quickly. Courtney Jones leads the charge of the Modified Sprint Brigade in the Springston Hotel car. Up into the lap traffic, Liam Astle. He's got the elbows up and chasing her down. And Brett Booth, he is close enough to start inflicting some real pressure onto the rear of the 8 car being driven by Liam Astle. Yellow light is out. We've got one on its side. It's a 25, is it? No, there's no 25 there.
So 25 is Sophie.
Oh, it's a 32.
32.
I'm trying to read the wing upside down, Warwick. It's not working.
It's Neil Carey, is it?
Yeah, Neil Carey.
Neil Carey. Yep, he's lost the inside rear wheel. It's wandered off somewhere.
I tell you what, if you're his pit crew, you're running for cover.
It's right down the other end of the stadium.
Yep, no, it took off. So, yeah, he's tipped over. He had a bit of a tough night last night as well, did Neil?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the old hook trucks are being busy tonight. I see Coxie stopped over in front of you. He's obviously, whether he hit something or what have you, or wants something checked.
Saving fuel.
So, yeah, well.
Well, they run on about 10 litres for a night's racing.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good, these cars.
I
But
tell you-
anyway, Neil seems quite okay, and it's just that the car's got the problem.
That's a big moment, isn't it? Seeing your left rear going in front of you. So, Neil Carey having a frightening moment over there, but didn't quite see it happen there, Warwick. I'm not sure if you did, but looks fairly gentle, to be quite honest. And just a wing that's collapsed on the side. And as you said, that tyre is missing. Hopefully he can find the locking nut that'll be around the track here somewhere. And he can get a new tyre on there and up and running for the second heat coming up a little later on.
Yeah, Courtney Jones certainly always carries some real form, doesn't she?
Yep.
She's very hard to beat, especially when she starts off the front row there. Liam Astle, he's going to give it a good crack.
So lap time's pretty quick for those two front contenders. 14.86 for Courtney, and Liam Astle's best time 14.87. So they're going about as quick as they can do in those cars with the track conditions. The lap record 14.29, I believe it is. That was set by, I think it's still Tom Lumsden. Maybe it is Kieran Harris. Not quite sure who's got that.
It's Tom Lumsden that's got it.
Oh, it is Tom.
And it was in 2014.
Oh,
In
wow.
fact, when you look at the modified sprint book, man, there's one there from 1999. I think we were using the sundial then.
All right, Neil Carey getting pulled to the infield, and nothing too serious there. These modified sprints will be stacking themselves up. We all know they've got 1,000 GSXR motors in them with approximately 170 to 190 horsepower. Really fly around Ruapuna Speedway, sitting on that rev limiter of about 13,000 revs. So good to see the modified sprints doing it good in the dirt tonight, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Just love watching these cars. It's a bit of a cat and mouse sort of class, isn't it? Because they're all pretty much the same speed. It's all about momentum and not scuffing off anything, because it does take a little bit of time for that speed to build back up. 4 laps to go. Heat race action. This is heat race number 1 for the modified sprints here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. That front row, Courtney Jones and Liam Astle. Boothie is going to be the cat among the pigeons. I'm picking in this one in the 34 car, if he can muscle his way up. But last night's feature race winner, Harry McIntyre, he's sitting there and forth. Boothie just gave him a little bit of a how you keeping and moved him across subtly. And here comes Coxie. All eyes on the 5 car of Craig Cox. He'll be fire and brimstone in that machine. Courtney Jones very much asserting her presence over tonight's modified sprint class. White flag out next time for Jones. Astle got close. No cigar. Just couldn't make any advantage out of what was in front of him. Here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go. And it's Courtney Jones. There's about a car length between her and Astle as they go down the back chute past the Value Cars Warehouse Grandstand. Courtney drifts out wide. Has she left the door wide open? She has. Liam Astle grabs the checkered flag. A last gasp move for Astle. Boy, he came home with some real determination. And Courtney will be shaking her head. How could she dominate a race for 9 3/4 laps and then it gets taken off her in the dash to the line? Good run there by Liam Astle, Craig.
Yeah, what a run. Liam Astle, congratulations, mate. A clutch moment, just like your old man. When the pressure was on, you managed to deliver, and you secured a win here tonight in the modified sprints. A great win there by Liam Astle, folks, and let's give it up for him as he travels around in his victory lap.